Hey everyone, I'm Aaron. Just jumping into another arena game. I ran downstairs to grab a cup of coffee, and looks like we got a match already, so I'll jump right over to the game board and we'll get this thing underway. Cool. Looks like we got a really fun table. Bizzle is playing. Capetta, who definitely played games before. Don't know this player, but should be fun. We got round 6 towns. Dwellings into trading posts in the late game, round 3 digs. Trading posts into temple round 2. It's like a pretty decent scoring track. A little light on, we have no spade in the pass tile. We're also missing big building bonus and big building scoring, dig, and worker power. Okay. So there's a few less sort of kind of worker light and kind of spade light in the pass tile. We have one early cult spade, and if you miss out on that, then the game is incredibly spade tight until the end of the game. So it's kind of a spade tight game. Which is interesting. So Darklings could be good here. Kind of like round 3 digs for Darklings. It gives you usually a boost of coins if you make any progress with the Earth Cult, kind of at a time when you want it. And a lot of factions can't really take advantage of round 3 digs, but I find it's like one priest difference between round 3 and 4. Darklings could kind of work. The early track's a little weird, unless you did some strange double temple stuff, which I don't love. Towns round 6 can actually be okay for Darklings, I find. So this could work pretty well as a track for Darklings. Who else could it be good for? Good for engineers. This is great scoring for them. Who else are common factions? Like, maybe we'll see Halflings tossed in by Bizzle, although this event seems early for them. Cultists, of course. What do we get in first seat for bonus tile? Not much. Priest and temp ship, I guess, are taken first, and then so you just get a bunch of coins. Yeah. Which is a little annoying. Okay, well, I guess I'll toss in. Let's toss in engineers in first seat. I think Bizzle is I think Bizzle's outcry here is that seeing me in the game, he thought I would pick cultist immediately, because that's a reasonable thing to expect. Have I had a haircut? No, I haven't. This is just like, oh, Bizzle's just concerned that he thought that I had missed the queue. Yeah, no, this isn't new hair. This is just like 20-minute post shower hair. I don't know. Does goofy things. Yeah, thanks. Yesterday's game, it was a lot of fun. I'm one of the alternates on Team Canada, but yesterday was my first shot at actually like playing or being in the voice chat during a game. I've done a lot of stuff sort of behind the scenes, like working with the team doing practice games and stuff like that. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. One of the teammates just sort of needed a day off and just wanted to provide an opportunity for one of the alternates to step in, and so yeah, had a chance to play with the gang. George and Danny was piloting, and Zoris, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. Gross Catan. Catan's great. Catan's fun. So what's going on here? We have alchemists being picked, by... I'm just going to quickly check the elos of these players. Yeah. See what's going on here. I do recognize this player. I don't know. Bizzle is doing so great this arena season. That's awesome. Yeah. Capetta's played a lot of games. Okay, cool. Faction forbidding. Actually, cultists are probably pretty fine here. Yeah, I've said this before. I don't mind cultists with black in the game. I very much mind them with yellow in the game. Honestly, probably by like 10 or 15 points or something. I can just sort of speed this up a little bit. I imagine people will bid cultists a bit. I'm guessing engineers are probably the second best here. We've seen on this map where, not that I've done a great job, but that you can definitely play them with green. I think green's got to be the 30 faction there. I know people see round 6 towns, but I think that is a huge trap. Think about witches in round 6 towns. Like, it's nice that you can sort of just like double down on town making and make that your game, and then you get all your inherent scoring and the track scoring, and that does make sense. But I've often felt that like witches aren't any better at scoring towns than anyone else. So round 6 towns, I would argue, like on base map, is probably slightly better for nomads than it is for witches, because nomads can hit 3 towns easier than witches do, and witches get their points regardless of whether it's on the track. So I don't really understand the draw to witches. I mean, I don't know, maybe they open a stronghold into a temple, I don't know. Who do I want to play next here, though, is the question. Who are better, alchemists or engineers? We've seen how great darklings are on this map. Black is just strong here. Cultists probably get temp. Well, yeah, I wonder how these pass levels are going to break down. Tempship with cultists is good. Is good stuff. They just need to get a single spade, and they might get double dig here, because I think everyone just rushes Earth 1, and then cultists get double dig. I don't know. Are alchemists better than engineers here? This is good for alchemists. Late trading post is good for alchemists. I find I've done pretty good luck. I've had pretty good luck with alchemists in not merging these two events, like actually getting out your trading posts, but not like leaving one structure off your board or something with some of these towns. Like, I feel like you can get at least a few trading posts out this round, but not trigger your towns if you do it right with alchemists. This you're probably not going to like take advantage of, I don't think. And then, yeah, you probably like open with a temple. There's landscapes in, so there's not much of a reason for a second temple. And then you probably just take spades this round if you can as alchemists. Get out any remaining. Yeah, so the track's decent for them. There's no big building bonus, which is annoying, and there's no good place to build it, really, unless you wait till like... Yeah, I don't know when you build your stronghold here, or your sanctuary for that matter. That's one thing that's kind of tricky about alchemists, is there's no good way to score big buildings, which engineers and cultists do not care about. So I'll go one more on cultists, and then I think I'm happy to jump to NG. I don't actually think engineers are 14 points worse than NG. I just don't think it matters that much, because I think engineers are going to get... Do I just take engineers at 30 here? And just open, what, double temple? It's almost as good this turn as it is the next turn. There's no yellow in the game, so this hex is probably safe, and then you get one of these. So you don't need to rush spades if you don't want to. So you could temple, you could open temple Earth 1 in a dwelling, get your second temple for Earth 2 the next round. Or if you knew you could get double dig, then you would just dump double temple into double dig and like take coins or something. I don't know. I think engineers aren't terrible here. Like, it's fine. So how many points? How many points better are cultists than engineers? Right now the auction says 12. There aren't really any other cult factions here. The problem is the cult rewards aren't really super great. There's no workers on the cults, and power round 4 is just gross. And this is a good cult event, but in many ways it's not always the greatest event for cultists because their ability is like getting free steps up the cults, and steps don't equal coins here. Yeah, so it's like cult steps in and of themselves don't really get you anything here or much of value here. And then round 5 spades, like, that's nice, but at that point, like, I find spades early are so much better than spades late. I think here we just rather workers. So this isn't like super juicy. I mean, it's probably decent if you can finish some towns with it, but it's like you're basically getting some coins as cultists, and you probably like, do you even go so far as to like heir 2 to try to like an open priest? You probably try to get 2 heir spades. You either take priest or you take heir 2. I think you want to make the most of this as cultists. I'll do another point on engineers. There's 3 pass tiles in the game, so that provides some flexibility for cultists to score without Earth 1 easy enough. And it's like a great track, so I think heir 2 has slightly less value just because engineers are in the games, which... So like they do a pretty good job of getting power with their second temple, and there's some power here, but I guess we're missing. Yeah, I think I do another tick on NG here. So I don't think I'm getting obviously a good price on anything. Like I think this is probably fair. Yeah, or even another point. Do I want cultists at 13? This is a pretty good track though for NG. I think I do another tick on NG. Okay, so I'm saying 8 points. Is that what I'm actually agreeing to here? And honestly, I think witches should be 30. But maybe I'm nuts. Yeah, so I think it's 8. Which means I probably will never jump back over to cultists because now I still like NG better. So alchemists. Are alchemists actually 17 points worse than cultists? Alchemists that actually get to open temp, ship, or priest. Huh. Yeah, I feel kind of lame just bidding on these, but I really do think like 8 points feels kind of right. What point do I want alchemists here? I assume I'd get temp ship here. And then there's probably a bit of an Earth 1 rush. And then in third seat, the spades just get taken by the first, second seat. So as alchemists, you might not get a spade unless you lose out on Earth 1, which I've done that before. I've tried double dig Earth 2 to see if I could make that work, but not a huge fan. So it's kind of risky, right? Because like, can you even get another dwelling out? And you can't, with temp ship, unless you start here, buy a priest and 2 ship anywhere, which is sort of like a good backup for like rushing Earth 1 but missing out on spades. If you have temp ship, is just like taking I mean, still not great, but taking priest and taking coins and then just upgrading ship and going from there. But 2-ship doesn't do a whole lot. You really need a spade as alchemist here to get going. So I don't love that, so then I take another point here. And now we're 6 points apart from cultists. Yeah, I think I jump back over to cultists here. If Bizzle goes back to NG, I think I'm happy with cultists at 11. And do I still want... Am I still okay with saying that that cultists are like 19 points better than alchemists? I mean, I'm super happy with this. I'm happy with these bids. Alchemists are a big question mark. Oh, that's good. Another bid on witches. You'd really love it if this player just jumped into alchemists. If alchemists were like first seat, well, then they don't get temp ship. Oh, there we go. Okay. Thoughts after auction? No one on the stream has ever seen me pay a lot for cultists before. That doesn't happen. So alchemists probably start here, and do I take this from them? Like, do I be annoying? Or do I just try to coexist with alchemists? My preference is that alchemists go b4, f7, and I let them have this stuff, and I take f6. Well, this is the problem with going on 4th seat. My preference would be b4, f7, and then I go like f6, d5. So they take this stuff, which is super nice. They fight with witches over this stuff, because witches, this is a town for them. Or witches don't go there, and then alchemists don't have a neighbor. And then they just do this, and they connect over here, and they try to 3-town, and maybe they get over here and stuff. And then I do this, and get this stuff, and we're all happy. So the risk here is that if I... Thing is this isn't that great for cultists. Like, it's annoying to them, and it's good early power, but then you're kind of stuck. I mean, I guess you get over to this stuff. So if I go d5, I mean, I think I'm always going d5 here. Which means Bizzle will upgrade here, and he wants the power party. He wants to be in the middle of the power party. He also wants to go this way now. Fair enough. So I can get this stuff, and that's a nice town for me. Yeah, I think it's just, I mean, it's d5 and probably f6. The question is do I want to go b5? And I get a lot of leech. And then alchemists just go here and be really annoying and take all this stuff. No, I want this. All right. Although, I've seen black factions do this b4 e3 stuff. I've seen Nerdcube do it. I even asked him about it on his stream once, and he like explained why he likes it, and it makes sense. For some reason, I just am not. I'm gonna quote Bizzle here and say I don't love it, I don't hate it, but it's not like, I don't know, it feels too claustrophobic or something. Maybe I'm just neurotic about my opening dwellings. I like to feel like I'm in different spots. Connection can actually be an issue here. This is sort of your connection hex, is like coming in under this gray basically to get back up over here. Otherwise you have to like beat alchemists to c5 and then 3-ship. That is perfect. I don't know why alchemists would go out of their way to do that. Usually if alchemists go f7, brown will go f6. I mean, this means I have all of this stuff at my leisure. And I get d7, which is just a nice other hex to have. The only thing that isn't amazing for me here, but it kind of makes sense that witches would go d6 versus c2. I was thinking like witches take one of these and engineers gets the red in the other, but when I was bidding on engineers, I didn't actually break down which of those would happen. Obviously, like witches don't get a neighbor on c2. So witches obviously go here. Like one thing I didn't really calculate early on is that like engineers are starting at 17 points. They get this town and they get like infinity leech. Okay. Huh. I no longer have jealousy over Bizzle's position. I'm not in love with Witch's position. Although I never really love what Witches are. I think as Witches preferred to try to like drag Engie down here, like do this stuff and have engineers do this stuff or something. Because like what is this other than a jumping off spot into like this and this? Yeah, I don't know. I don't super get green on this map. So I guess Bizzle probably just goes here. Like this is no longer a town for him. Is there a landscapey thingy he can do? He digs this. And Bridgetown's to nowhere. Okay, so this is one thing I realize I actually need to think about. Do I want temp ship? All right, so everyone builds up. I get a lot of leech too. I'm getting the second most leech here. So everyone builds up option 1 and just rushes Earth 1. I think that's my preference. I then get double dig. I take G5 into G4 and I have an extra spade. Or sorry, I would like dig G5 and build there, don't build G4, and then build like D4. Other interesting thought, which I can't completely think through right now, but is there a world where I double dig C3 and go to A4? What does that do? Seems interesting, but probably not amazing. Or Bizzle also takes this and opens double dig, in which case everyone else has to rush Earth 1. I can't give him double dig in Earth 1. So then I'm stuck with, and the spades come back around, witches probably take a spade, and I do almost nothing with temp ship. It's just 3 power. I get 1, 2, 3, 4. I would get 6 power anyhow without temp ship, and I can just double dig this stuff. And so if engineers open with double dig, then I would at least have a priest. But do I want to give Bizzle temp ship? Problem with temp ship, you're kind of committed to a single dig, and that only really works if I'm getting Earth 1 blocked here, which I think I will be. Yeah, I'm gonna take this. I don't know. I can also just take double dig if it comes to me. Problem is, do I temp ship? Or sorry, do I double dig and then temple into air 2 as my econ favor? How many cult steps am I gonna get? I'll get 2 steps here. If I put a spade here, I can get a third one. 4, 5 with air 2. So I need air 2 probably for a cult spade. And then it doesn't matter whether I build on this or this, but I would just do this anyhow, because... Oh, Alchemists are in third seat. Of course. Why did I think I was giving Bizzle temp ship if I didn't take it? Okay, so Bizzle wants Earth 1, because he could have had 2 spades right here. But I guess, like, is C3 that juicy for him? Not really. So I can just take my spades now. I'm kind of missing out on power, which is the problem. Yeah, I think I take my spades now. And then I think I just jump over here. And I try to get Cult Step. I technically don't need this Cult Step. Wow, declined, okay. Well. Bizzle probably just takes a spade now. Huh, and he goes there. Interesting. Oh, he knows I'm going to upgrade. Okay. I hope witches don't upgrade. Because they can do something else, right? I don't know what that is, but... I don't know what witches do. Should probably go Stronghold here or something, maybe. I don't know. Where do witches dump a single spade, though? Yeah. It's a good point. What do witches do for spades? I mean, I think they need to go Stronghold here so they can get to G3 and at least have a spade spot, or here. No. I don't know. Do I go here? So going there gives Bizzle 3 leech. And then I get 2 leech. Here gives him 1 and I get 1. So do I want to give Bizzle 2 power in exchange for 1? Doesn't seem like a great deal, eh? I would get 1 power. Bizzle, I wonder if Bizzle would decline giving me a spade unless I go 3 for 2. Do I have to give him 3 for 2 twice? I kind of want my spade. I don't know. I mean, I think this guarantees me my air spade, but it probably always did. I'll have to ask Bizzle after the end of the game. So I will get 1 more power and then 4 power next turn. So really know what alchemists do here. Which is priest, upgrade ship, and build on B3? Or do they go priest to air for a spade to no air? I don't know. Question is, do I want Earth 1 now? And I live without my cult spade. Kind of wanted my cult spade, guys. I feel like what Capeta's going to do here, which honestly doesn't seem terrible, is building another trading post. I know it's very un-alchemy, but it's like 3 track points now and tempo on Earth 1 next round. I feel like that's what these workers are for. Let me just take, I think If I can take Earth 1, I just should. I don't know. Yeah, so at this point, it's actually kind of lame to even go up air. So I'm actually just going to go up Earth. So. Bizzle went 5 power priest. Does that make sense? I guess it's a spade. And here I just build out another dwelling. I'm not sure if Capetta still goes with the trading posts. Yeah, it just takes a couple spades next turn, and then I don't know. So I'd love 5 workers next turn. There's no reason why I pass here. No, I want workers. I'm just building with a worker. To get another temple, I need 5 coins. Which if I pass for the dwelling bonus and convert a power, I have exactly enough for a second temple next turn. So that's possible. Do I pass on to the priest for some reason? I mean, a priest seems pretty good. I could send a priest to fire or probably water, I don't know, and then just send one to earth. They're worth a lot of coins. And what would my temple, my second temple, be for? Probably just fire 1. I feel like there's never enough coins in the world. Ship VP tiles in. I want to ship as cultists. I'd love to get some shipping up by this round. It'd be a good infusion of coins here. Which means, A, I should profit off this to some degree, but also... Well, that's interesting. I guess I just pass with a dwelling bonus, and it's basically 2 points and 3 coins. Someone else is kind of happy with... What's this trading post about? Does anyone give me any more leech? Like, what does Bizzle do? Bizzle just passes onto a priest or something. He's probably pretty happy with that. Oh, he gets a cult spade. He gets it here. To secure it from witches. Does he go here because it gives him better access to stuff? So maybe he's basically passing for 3 coins. Gets me my second temple. That seems fine, right? Yeah, right. The thing is, what would be lovely is if something happened like... Someone built next to me to get so I could take 7 coin action. Because then I can just take the priest. Eh. Let's do this. This way. Oh, this isn't full screen. Yeah. So, whose position do you like now, having seen? Oh. Was I supposed to know that Bizzle was doing that? Probably, because he can just burn for another temple. So I should have taken the priest because I get the 7 coin action. So is this where a second temple's going, presumably? Yeah, so I think Bizzle's... His 1 worker income. Does he pass for this next turn? Or he takes a worker action because he has 7 coins? Some tough decisions there. I assume this is G3. Yeah, he wants me as a neighbor. I assume this is double spade. Yeah. An F8, right? Yeah. And then I just take coins. Coins are good. Oh, this is interesting and also kind of annoying for both me and Bizzle. I don't even have enough workers to build here this turn. It's pretty annoying. I mean, what am I going to do, though? It is what it is. I'm building a second temple. Taking coins and building a temple for fire 1. I'm sending a priest 2. I don't really care, fire or water, whatever 3 spot is left. And then next turn, one of my priests goes to earth, probably both if I can, unless I want to save one for shipping. I don't know. I assume someone takes one of these 3 spots this turn, just because priests to cults are worth coins here. All right, Bizzle just wants another earth spot. It actually makes sense for engineers. I mean, sending your priest to a cult now is worth basically 4 coins over the next 2 rounds, but also Bizzle's going to earth 2, so it means his earth 2 comes with 2 power, and he can just sort of go all in on a cult and maybe even win it, or like come in second and just, you know. I think alchemists... Oh, alchemists put their landscape down. All right. And then just build a dwelling there. Okay, so I guess I just send a priest to fire now, right? I mean, is fire even better than water? It's not really. But I'm more apt to get power. Because cultists start with a step on fire. I'm taking fire 1. If I can get 2 cult steps this turn, then this whole thing just gives me 5 power. Whereas a priest to water and 2 cult steps gets me to here. So this just gets me 2 power now. And I probably still get these spades later if I want them, because I'm cultists. That's my thinking. But yeah, now I'm curious whose position people like here. So I think here I just do this. Just build another temple. I just go up fire. Oh, you know what? I am going to build another dwelling this turn. I totally think it's worth it. Is it? Or is that dumb? Should I save my power for double spade next turn when it's worth points? Because by converting 3 power to a worker this turn, it's kind of like the equivalent of getting 2 workers for 3 power next turn. Because I'm getting the income right away. It comes with an extra point this turn because of the bonus tile that I'm on. But I do need spades again. So I think I just do this. I think I just take a bump on fire and then, oh no, I should be getting bumps on earth. No, let's go bump on fire. So I can get these 2 spades next turn if I want them. Because witches might be doing something with this, like building a stronghold with a priest. I don't know. Is that wishful thinking? Like getting any more power? I mean, it doesn't really matter that much. I can send a priest to earth and... yeah, I'll just take fire 1 here. This is fine. Hey, Heroic. Ah, this is super annoying. My system's kind of acting like slow. So, what are we doing here? Next turn, I'd love to get double dig and get down 3 dwellings. If I don't take double dig right away, Bizzle can just take it from me. So I can just pass. Anyone giving me power? I mean, witches might build a second temple here. I mean, I don't think it's great, but that's what the track says, and some players just do what tracks say. So, question is, do I want 6 coins? Or a priest and a coin? Probably just 6 coins. And I'm not building a trading post next turn, because even if I don't get a double spade, then I just take single spade. Well, okay, then I would take single spade and build a trading post. I mean, I think passing for 6 coins is fine. I want to upgrade shipping at some point, so I think I just pass like this. Sorry, I have to do a couple things to get this thing to run a little smoother. I realize my system's kind of being annoying. Just started a base map game with the same matchup. All right, seems to be running a little better. It's not amazing, but yeah, I know. Shakes fist at witches. I mean, I try not to make passes based on like what I really want to happen. So I think the thing is I probably still take a single spade here. And and then the 6 coins, my point is if I end up just taking single spade, the coins are fine. And as much as I would love another 7 coin action, and like 7 coins is just better than single spade, I really need my worker production up. And so I feel like just taking a single spade in a dig round to allow me to exactly build 3 dwellings. Is that dumb though? It's a little weird. Oh no, a single spade just allows me to build 2 dwellings this turn. Damn it, I really want someone to give me a single spade here. Or double spade. What I totally didn't notice is that Bizzle had passed before me. How did I miss that? I feel like what I actually need to do is secure this hex from alchemists. That's also my justification. They have other stuff they can do, but I'm just going to do it. Seems really ugly, but and then I think my next priority is actually sending a priest to Earth. Especially if witches send one right now. Although witches are on the ship bonus with 1 ship. Does 2 ship do anything for them? Not really. Not unless they like hard dig this. I don't think that's what they're up to. Could be kind of a short round. Priest to Earth. Yeah, I think I just go... Well, Bizzle probably just sends a priest to Earth right now. No advances on the ship track. I'm going to take this while I can. Which means I'll get a free power as opposed to a 2-for-1 because I assume he's going here. But I think I just want this. So, Alchemists have not had the greatest opening, but they've gotten good leech and they've taken one or two, like 2 worker actions, and so they have their, and with the landscapes, they have 2 ships, they have fully upgraded digging, and they're sitting on 5 workers. It's kind of cool, really. So I think now I just build this out and take another bump on Earth. Whoa, okay. Bizzle took double dig because he could afford it at the beginning of the round, but he didn't really have a good spot for another dig. Okay. I think what I do here is I pass for the dwelling bonus. I upgrade ship 3 times next turn, and I build on A4, C1, F2, and I2. And then try to pass back onto the trading post bonus or the ship bonus. And if I get a 7 coin action, great. And if not, I need 12 coins for shipping, 4 for or 8 for dwellings is 20. I have 21. So I don't even need my power for anything next turn. I just save it for coins. I think that's pretty good. So I save this priest. Cool, let's pass. Oh, and of course I'm getting coins on this. Which will be great because then there'll be 2 pass tiles that I'll be more than happy to pass on to. The trading post bonus would be awesome. The ship bonus is great. And the dwelling bonus again. So what I really want to do this game, because there are 3, and this might be a bit challenging, but there's 3 pass tiles that at this point for the rest of the game, I can always make pretty much 8 points off of. So I have one of them going into round 4. Can I get like 16 more pass points for the end of the game? Like I want this or this next turn, and then the dwelling bonus or the other one, yeah, for round 5, and then any of them in round 6. No one here seems to be rushing 2 keys yet. It's 2 more points if I town this up in round 5. I'm perfectly happy losing those points to get the 2 key town. So yeah, those are all my thoughts. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, causing a little bit of anxiety for people. Might have been part of the lagginess, running Streamlabs when I have like 8% battery. So far, anything super weird? I'm curious. Anyone watching the stream, like anything super weird that I've done that you think was incorrect or something I should have done differently or a pass? I feel like I've just been kind of playing pretty kosher. Things have been going all right for me. Nothing's gone amazing, but nothing's gone bad. I think one thing that would go bad for me is if for some reason, like I'm being late to securing these hexes. And so do witches like double hard dig this, or do alchemists like mess me up next turn with 2 ship? You know what I mean? Like I can 3 ship to here and then they take that, and then they 3 ship to here and witches take this. So I still get 3 dwellings out next turn. Like next turn could be 3 dwellings, not 4, and I lose a town. Or something. Or alchemists could already have enough problems in their life trying to connect through here, carve out 3 towns, and they don't want to be tossing extra workers around, and witches aren't hard digging. You know. So I think at this point I don't take coins. Like maybe I still want a double spade at some point, even though I'm going to go up to 8 workers. And so I just give Bizzle whatever he wants. Sure, let's see how that goes. I'll just do my thing. So I pass just after. So I go directly after alchemists. So I'm going to upgrade ship. To maximize my points in case I need to pass a little bit earlier. Technically, it sort of makes sense to like upgrade ship twice, build F2, upgrade ship a 3rd time, and then build on C1. Like 1, 2, 3, so 5 turns. It doesn't really make much sense unless for some reason I needed to pass after 4 turns. Where else does Bizzle take? E5, yeah. I don't really know where his towns are. Unless he does some stuff and he like takes this or something. I guess this is a nice town. Well, nice. 1 neighbor. But that's a town. This is a town. Point being, I would love to pass just after alchemists do, grab the ship scoring, and then take a 7 coin action, because they probably don't want one. Sorry, I'm just messaging someone. Let me know if I miss anything. What's all happened? It was a lot of noises. Anything bad happen? 1 ship, witches. Oh, let's go here, get a call bump on Earth, and take a 7 coin action before we pass. Bizzle won't give it to me? I don't know. I trust Bizzle's judgment on this. Yeah, okay, so he declined it. Interesting. Yeah, that's probably super reasonable. I never know with that. Like, some players are much more willing to decline cultists' power than others. Bizzle's talked about it quite a bit, of like not just always giving cultists everything they want. The thing is alchemists might be passing soon, eh? What are they doing? They're building a dwelling? Like, I actually can't pass for alchemists pass tile. Which means in order to get witches pass tile, I need engineers to pass. Every dwelling I don't build out this turn is worth 3 points in a worker. It's not nothing. Especially going into a trading post round. I'm going to want those workers. I think my next dwelling is A4. Just in case alchemists get any bad ideas. What I would love here is for alchemists, and I think they might, is to take a worker action. They'd take a worker's action, next action, and then they have 3 more. So they could build on D4 and then dig and build on B8, which I don't know that they want, but that would be 3 more turns. And I would go 1, 2, 3, then they pass, then I pass. That would be a super good, okay. All right, so I probably do get their pass tile, because even if they don't, I'm almost at the point where I'll consider... Oh, look, I have the power now. Yeah, look at me not taking a 7 coin action. Because if I can pass... See, initially I thought I was going to be, that alchemists are going to be the first to pass, followed by me, and that they don't want coins, so I would just pass behind them and have enough power for coins, but... I don't know. No one else can take coins here. I'm doing the actions I need so that I can pass as soon as a pass tile opens up, pretty much. Also, I would love for Bizzle to not get a pass tile. So maybe he passes first. He has 2 turns left. Do I want... Yeah, sure. Why not? Trying to be a bit more careful with my power these days and not just accepting everything. But worst case scenario, that's just a point for a point. Like, even if I don't get to use that power this turn. I think I do this. And then, does it matter really the order? Not really, but let's do this. So I don't want to lose my sight on 2 keys. Do engineers want it? Yeah, maybe. They basically would... I mean, they wouldn't necessarily win Earth. They'd have to, like, 2 keys into, like, Earth 3. But it's not the craziest thing to happen. Temples are cheap for them, and it allows them to build more trading posts. And it kind of helps them win air. All right, so Bizzle jumps on that, obviously. This is like the dream. This is basically engineers shining. Being able to... I mean, he has 1 trading post out. Oh, he doesn't have water 1. Anyhow, it's fine. He'll build a temple. He's going to pass now for that. He's going to get a temple for water 1 and 4 trading posts. There's like very few better conversions of resources into points than engineers building... Yeah, that stuff. So now I actually need to outlast alchemists. So I want to play slow. There's an argument that buying a priest was actually the slower way to play, but I think I'm fine anyhow. Because the slowest way he can do this is a dig. And that still doesn't even do anything. Yeah, so he just does this and then passes. All right, that's fine. So let's do this. And then I pass on to the ship pass tile. And I got my 7 coin action this round, so I don't care what happens with power next turn. And I have 7 power income. Because, yeah, that's good. Anything else I should be doing here? Do I build a trading post to give Bizzle more power so I can get 4 power and 5 power? Do I want 5 power and 2 coins over 3 points? Probably. But Bizzle will probably reject it. Do I want 2 coins and a point over 3 points? I don't know that I do. I could build it here. It gives me tempo on 2 keys, right? I need 2 turns for 2 keys. So anyway, someone takes that from me. I think it's pretty important. Alchemists buy a bridge and it's gone, but it's gone anyhow because they're in front of me. So if they want to do that, they do it. Otherwise, Bizzle goes bridge, TP, TP, and he wants a temple first before he does it. That's fine. Let's just pass. I'm good with this. Let's go. So now I just trading post. Well, I take another 7 coin action. So witches are probably going to end with 2 expensive towns where no one wants to be their friends and no connection. And I don't say that in a mean way. This is about as good as I do playing witches. Oh, there's a water 1 rush. Yeah, fair enough. Wait. Why wouldn't Bizzle just temple for water 1? Why does he want a sanctuary here? What's happening? And why is everyone just giving me the coins again? Oh, because Bizzle wants to take the 2 key. No, he can't take the 2 key town from me. Yeah, I don't super understand that. Gives alchemists power for the bridge? I think I just take coins. Landscape A5. Oh, that would have been the spicy play, was to slam 3 workers into A5. Come on, alchemists. I mean, I didn't see that, so I'm not going to get grumpy at alchemists for not seeing it either, but... Okay. So, double dig. No, but then he'd have to fire 2 next turn. It's not going to be a town this turn. I mean, I guess he just land bridges. All right. So he's going fire 2 with a temple next turn. I mean, he still could have templed for water 1. And yeah, whatever. I don't care. Cool. So I'm just going to town up here. Build out 4 trading posts. Seems good. And I probably want steps on water here. All right. Let's go steps on water. I do want some spades. Am I 2 keying now, though? Yeah, I only lose 2 points. And I'm going to get another spade out of it. I don't know. I'll be really grumpy if someone takes the 2 key town from me. Can anyone take the 2 key town before I send a priest water? Bizzle. If he temples for fire too, which if he has the resources, okay, I guess he's not. Oh no, he'd still need a bridge. All right, well that deals with that, all that whole shenanigans. So I'm gonna do this. Bizzle will deny me, so I don't get. Oh, but I can convert a priest into a spade. Seems like a good deal. Yeah, so I think I just do this now. It's fine. Oh. Bizzle gave me the power. All right, cool. I'll take a cult spade. Do I temple for air 1 here? Air 1 here is 8 points between now and the end of the game, whereas water 1 was 12. So I accept the deficit of 4 points because other things broke my way and I stayed in the round longer. I mean, I guess we just trade queens here. I also want to... I mean, there's no way I'm passing soon. I hate having to think about passing. I hate being an adult Terra Mystica player. Also, if I temple for... Oh, what I should probably do... It doesn't really matter. A trading post D4. Let's get a priest air. Right? Live large. Because if I templed for air 1 and then built 3 trading posts, I would go like temple here, trading post, and then just 2 other trading posts wherever. That would be all my workers. It would be 1, 2, 3, 4 more turns. What are witches doing? They need a stronghold action. Like there's an open pass tile and 2 people without points. What's Bizzle doing? He has water 1. He's building 2 trading posts and he's passing. Give me like 2 seconds. I need to refill coffee. All right, I'm back. I'm back. What did I miss? Dig E3. I don't know. I guess, yeah. Teeing myself up for a town next turn is no trivial thing. Oh, I do have power. I do have a free shovel coming. Alchemists are fully upgraded, tech, everything. Witches have 2 cult spades coming in, but presumably they're helping them finish their towns, although they could do this, but they probably won't. Bizzle won't touch it. This is a backup. I think for now I'm just gonna I think I'm just gonna continue building trading posts. Give witches the power they want for... I have no other choice. I need a trading post here. I'm just doing stuff. This is fine. Yeah. Air seems good, and then I get Air 1, which comes with more power. Someone could beat me on Earth if they, did a 3 thing, but... I do actually want another bump on Earth pretty soon. My next bump will go on Earth, because then I'll have some notice. Like, if someone... Yeah, I'll have a little bit of notice and extra priests that I can just... Yeah, so there's that shovel. Air 1. Air 3, maybe. Was that a temple? Oh, it was just Air 1. I think I do Air 1. I think I lost a power there somehow. It doesn't say I was capped. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I may have lost half a coin there. Alright, I just gotta think about this. I want to pass it off for the last round. Do I want a coin? Sure. I think Bizzle builds another trading post. It's literally worth 5 points. If he takes this free power, I just send it to Earth. A bump on air doesn't really do anything. Alright, that's a free half a coin. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think Bizzle... Oh, this is great. So if Bizzle passes on his turn, he gets the dwelling bonus, and he misses out on literally 5 points. Okay. So this is okay. So I'm going to pass with the dwelling bonus here. Oh, cheap passes. Okay, so now I'm in a race to stay in the round as long as I can. But engineers, so I need to go, and then witches will pass, and then Bizzle can do one more move, and then I can do another move. So I can use all of my power as 2 workers for another trading post, which is worth 3 points. Doesn't really feel good. I think what I do here is I just buy a priest, witches pass for the 4 coins, Bizzle passes for 6 coins, and then I get the trading post bonus. He doesn't have water too, so I think I just do this, and this is probably fine. I probably am short workers anyhow, so that I'm just going to convert that back down. I mean, I might even secure Earth, or I don't know. I don't really know. I think this is okay. I think this is actually great if I can be in a position where I pass last from a points favor or a points pass tile into another one. It means that there's 3 points pass tiles, but only 2 of 4 players are getting them, and Bizzle is not one of them. And I don't mean that to shit on Bizzle. He's an incredible player. I'm just like, from a strictly competitive perspective, if I want to win this game and there are any bad breaks to happen, it's in my favor if those bad breaks are for Bizzle. I lost out on the water 1 rush, which I wasn't really even thinking about. So, I mean, I think that cost me 4 points. More. Yeah. Actually, unless I use my priests as workers. Do I take a 2 for 1? Sure. So I think what I'd actually prefer here is if I use these priests as workers, can Bizzle do anything else? He has no power and no resources. My problem is that this trading post is worth 4 points this turn. That gives me literally 4 workers left, a 5th when I pass on to this. I need to build a dwelling and a sanctuary, or a dwelling and a double dig. It's not really a ton of workers. But then I do have 3 priests coming in. Do I just greed points here real bad and just build a 4-point trading post? And then come in like third for network? Two priest inventory. Yeah, I have 3 priest income. Yeah, for sure. So these priests are either getting converted to workers, like one's being sent to a cult. Well, one would be used as a cult bump. I mean, the other thing I could do is it any better if I send a priest to fire via a bump to gain 3 power cycle and then convert 3 power into a worker for my trading post? Is that good for any reason? Not really. So I'm just going to build a trading post with my priests and then I just get free power from Bizzle because he's going to decline. And there's nothing else he can do. It's just one of these scary things. Like, I think there's nothing he can do. But, like, okay, I had no other resources. So I've done dumb things before. What I'd love to do right now is, like, build a dwelling, but I just don't have... So I'm overproducing power. Bizzle... I'm actually going to think about this because there's a world where I just convert down so that I can take a double dig next turn, which actually means I don't have to take a sanctuary, or I just go sanctuary and go dig and just get a couple dwellings down, which seems really good, like digging this. But who's taking what? So which alchemists are in first seat? They have 3 power. They're not taking any power actions. It goes to witches. They're kind of short workers. They can burn 4 workers or coins, but they can't take double dig. And then it goes to Bizzle. And he probably just wants spades. So he takes, I would expect, double dig. So I probably just get a single spade action next turn, hopefully on I7 where I can build right away. It makes Bizzle awfully happy because he'll have a neighbor for here. I can get 2 more structures out, 3, one of which is probably a landscape, maybe. So I end up with 5 structures left on my board. Witches aren't connected. So alchemists just need to build 2 structures, 3 to beat me. Yeah, so I get 3rd place in network, so I'm fussing over spades just to get Earth 1 points. So what do I want for actual resources? I put a dwelling here. I don't get double dig, so I sanctuary for air 3. So I want 4, 5, 7 workers, and I have 4, 7. So if my priests are workers, then I have everything I need, and I would go 8 coins. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 coins. So I have enough coins by a couple, which means I can actually just convert some power into a worker to save me. A priest can be a cult bump, I think, roughly. This is fine. There's a fire too, Rush. Be careful. Yeah, it's a good point. That is a good point. I don't really know what that means math-wise, but that's an excellent point. I mean, I don't know what witches do with their other spade, to be honest, so maybe they do just E4. Like, they can't H4 with 2 ship and give engineers a free hex that they can dig. Like, they probably do just do this. Yeah, I guess that's one problem with this trading post, is it would have been, which I wasn't thinking, and I don't... Yeah, so the problem is... Yeah, this is a problem. Where did witches go with their other spade? A brown to a yellow. Okay, so they just tried to annoy me a bit. Huh? What brown hex are they able to reach that I couldn't? Oh! Alright. So I just do this. And hope that I can fire too? Not a great cult game, really. I mean, it's okay. I'll win 2 cults. And then, like, maybe... Like, there's a world where I get 8, 2, 8, and 4. Whereas, like... Yeah, okay, so I fire 2 now. That's helpful. So I fire 2. Yeah. I mean, if they can do it this way, this is just better. Do they have water 1? They do. Yeah, so they want to build their trading posts. Yeah, this makes a good bit of sense. And alchemists are the only other faction with a favor tile. And they build a trading post and a sanctuary. And Bizzle's getting 2 towns. Yeah. And what did he do? Fire 2. Oh, he's got his thingy. Yeah. Okay, that's really bad for me. That's rough. It's only kind of worth it for them. I mean, they could just take 5 points, but instead they're taking 4 on a cult and a swing of 8 against me. I guess it's probably worth it. You never know what to make of Witch's Landscape. Probably worth it, yeah. Comes with 3 power. I feel like as witches, I'm always hesitant to use it. I kind of like want to know where all the places, like where I hold up in terms of the ranking of players. Because it's obviously definitely worth it if the point swing goes against the person who's directly ahead of you. And it is just like net more points in a sense, because a witch's town is just obviously 5 to the table, and this is 4 to you to win a cult. There's the difference between you winning and losing, and then another 4. So it's like a total of 8 against one of your opponents as opposed to 5 to everyone. I don't know. It's basically worth it every time. If you, yeah. Right. So even with just the power, 3 power for 1 victory point, plus some swing against someone, I'd probably just take this. Do I fire 2 here? I probably do. Of course I do. I just fire 2 here. Yeah. My only other choice is like double digging this, but I think Bizzle double digs. And if he doesn't, wouldn't I rather just double dig somewhere else? So I'm going to do this, take fire 2, be at full power. I won't convert down. I use my bump on. Air, I guess? I'll fire 2. Yeah. Because I think Bizzle rushes fire 2 here, in which case double spade comes back to me, which means I leave this for a turn so that I can take the spades. And so what am I trying to do for the rest of the turn? Because I have what bonus? I have the trading post bonus. I'm at 8 points. Yeah, but like I need to build a dwelling here, obviously, for my town. And then if I double dig, I can get out 3 more dwellings, because I could dig this and then just anything, basically. And I don't think there's anything that's like more or less annoying than anyone. This gives me a cult bump, but it helps witches out by like... Oh, it doesn't actually help them out anymore, really. Because they fire 2'd. Anyhow, it could be here, could be here. I could go lone wolf. I could try to get a cult bump in exchange for some adjacency to an opponent. I'll think about that later. And also, do I want to get a landscape out? Costs me 2 points. Basically, because I have Earth 1. And so the idea would be I have 1, I double dig, 1, 2, 3, I can get 4 more hexes out. So I'll be left with 3 structures. 4 structures. No, I get 4 more structures out. Yeah. So I'll be left with 4 structures. I can count. And so alchemists have to build 2 dwellings to time me, or a trading post and 3. So that's 5 workers. Yeah, of course. Okay, so no, I'm still on the... Although, if I take double spade, Bizzle has 1, 2, and then he single spades, so he can get 3 more structures out. So he still beats you on network. Okay, I still think it's like correct to do this. I guess I'm kind of gambling a town here, but because yeah, I'm not really. So I just do this. And I probably do landscape at a cost of 2 points. Actually, Bizzle needs to upgrade ship probably once. Do I risk not putting in a landscape? Yeah, that's a hard one. I think I put down the landscape, save the resources. And do I do this for a cult bump? Because otherwise they have water 1 and nowhere to build trading posts. I don't think I do. I don't want to sleep on which is too much. I'd rather them struggle building trading posts for points. So let's just put this in a super safe spot over here. And do this here, right? Yeah. So I can go up a track. Bizzle can't air anything. So I go up air. I need to win air is what needs to happen here. So that's what I'm going to do. And I go 1, 2. Sorry, I realize this is painful. I'm a slow late game player. Which everyone knows if you've ever played against me. So I need 3 workers to build my stuff. I have 2 priests left, so I can use 2 priests to go up air. Like, Bizzle really only needs 1 more priest to upgrade shipping. So he could priest, and then take a priest action. But he'd sort of be... Yeah, which, yeah, he might do. I don't know. We might get in a cult bump war. We'll see. If he sends a priest to air as a bump next turn... I don't know how I'll respond. What are alchemists doing here? They need to build a sanctuary, presumably, as opposed to trying to do anything here. A sanctuary for Air 1 and a trading post. That's all their workers. They take a worker town, so they're back up to 2 workers. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they build another dwelling. And then they have 2 workers left. Or they have 1, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So they have a worker and some power and 2 towns as their second town. There's still some good towns left. This is the other thing. Like, I could just smash an 11-point town right now. Oh, what am I doing? Fighting for cults. Well, I needed to do that dig, though, while I had it. I haven't done anything too silly yet. So Witches found a town here. And they just take the 11-pointer. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, taking Earth and then going 11 points, that seems really good. Bizzle builds a bridge for a town if he wants it now. Yeah. My problem is if he builds a bridge right now, then he just takes a priest town. He can still win air and upgrade ship. I think I get carried away on the TPs last round though. With that last trading post. Like it would have been cleaner if I just built it, if I saved a TP for here. I think that was the main. So he just takes, I'm just towning up here. Do I have a priest? Yeah, I do have a priest. Yeah, for sure. And that, honestly, that was just me not noticing that. Just dig and build onto D4. I already had D4. I think you meant like E3 probably. I should have just dug and built on E3. Yeah. I think that's fair. Yeah, sort of sleeping on witches there, for sure. Honestly, I forgot about witches landscape, and so often when I play with witches, like they they don't reuse it that often. So that was a miss. I wasn't even thinking about that. And when I was doing a lot of calcs on like TPs, I was just focusing on past tiles and who was getting what and my resources. I wasn't actually thinking about like structures and where I need them on the board, which are both errors, right? So he advanced on the shipping track, so now I can just do this. And now I can do other stuff because Bizzle has no way of fighting me on air unless he sends his other priest in. So what's Bizzle doing with the rest of his turn? He has 2 ship. That's all he needs. 3 ship gets him another hex, which he probably wants for network. So probably my whole fear, well, I think it's still somewhat reasonable because he could have taken a priest town. Let's math out Bizzle's turn a little bit. So he wants a bridge, which you can't add in here to your shopping list. I wish there was a bridge drop down menu. Anyway. He wants a bridge, he gets a town. He probably upgrades ship again. Just so that he can reach this hex, and then he gets this hex. And then all the digs are gone, and all the, so that's all of his workers and his priest for a bridge and 2 dwellings. So he literally just has 7 coins plus whatever he takes as a town. So he can't get enough for a hard dig. So he's getting out 2 more structures this game, which leaves him with 3 on the board. So how do I get out 3 dwellings? 1, 2. Not happening. I mean, engineers and alchemists are both pretty hard to fight with network, but it would have been nice if I could have tied one of them. Bizzle still has another town coming. All right. To a writing stream, I could call it playing with the pros. Yeah, that's true. Do I just give people power? Secure my hex and take a cult step? Probably I shouldn't have done that. Do I just secure air? Because cool. I don't want to be too risky here, but I don't think I have to secure either of these. So, because I'll have 2 priests left over, basically. Remember when I said no one needs water spades going into round 6? Yeah. That was dumb. Literally a spade and I could win. I could tie Bizzle. What did he take? He took the worker town. Yeah, alright. That's fine. I don't have enough workers. So what's Bizzle getting here? He's getting 4, 5, 6. We'll just call this 7. He passes for nothing. 7. Say he goes 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 15, 16. You upgrade ship. He gets 20 more points. He's at 129 and 129, and he gets second in network, or does he win network? Let's assume he wins. Maybe down to 2 structures. Yeah, he wins. So he's like 118. So I think what I'm doing here is I'm just being a little greedy because no one can go up the track at all. So I just use a bump here. This ties me, or this I win water here. I mean, I can send my other priest there if I need to. Yeah, I'll close air. 6 for 5. It would be tempting if there was a single spade on the board. Yeah. Yeah, I do close out air now. There's a world where if alchemists bumped up to water that I would go back up and just greed that. But I win here and he doesn't have any more priests and he's not getting any more towns. So I just take this because I have 5 coins. This comes with a resource point. So. Yep. Those are all my justifications. Cool. So I think I'm 144 here, which means I did Not good. Cool. Bizzle has spare workers. Yeah, I assume he's building another dwelling. Oh no, he's already used all his. Oh, but they tie. Why did I... So what does Alchemist have? They have 1, 2, 3. They have 3 cult points. 3 cult points, and they have 15 network. So they have 149. I feel like I should have done better here. I feel like I got some good breaks. I got double dig round 1. I got earth 1. Alchemists did what I wanted them to do, which was stay out of my way. I hit the pass tiles really well. I hit the dwelling round great. I got coins a ton. Yeah, sick cob. 100%. Yeah. Yeah. It is super useless. What is that for? I don't understand what that means. I lose the game and then it calls me a specialist. Yeah, there's something super wonky here. What is that time? What is that time? Oh yeah, it is pretty long. Yep. I'm just gonna be saucy. Well, see, this is why I don't do a writing stream. I'll add it on the clock. Yeah, so that essay is really garbage. The essay is super garbage. That trading post on A4. I mean, it was a 4-point trading post. But just building out another dwelling on E4, which I probably could have done, and then I could just trading post there, which means I don't have to... So Zitcob, your argument is to find a way not to use the sanctuary. So, I mean, a sanctuary for Fire 2 seems really, really lame for one town, obviously. Like, if you're sanctuary for Fire 2 and you're using it once, that's like Fire 2 is a point scoring favor, basically. It's like building Water 1 and using it once. Like, it's just... it should have at least been like sanctuary for Water 3 and close that out, or close out air so I can use my priests as like a hard dig or like something. But yeah, this is just like a boatload of... This is just me paying like a very expensive parking ticket for like a bunch of inefficiency. There's a ton of inefficiency baked into this. even for closing a cult. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's super expensive. I mean, the other thing to it is that it's not a counter argument to that, but a double dig isn't nothing either, right? That's a 7 coin action and a half. Now that's a really good way to look at it, Zikov. 4 workers and 8 coins, and I have a million priests. I mean, I was using them as cult bumps and more than happy to use them for a hard dig or anything. Like, they were just fancy workers. They were workers with some flexibility baked into them. But yeah, 4 workers and 8 coins. That's like, and I mean, I ended with 6 coins. Like, I did very well in coins this game. I hit 6 coins once. I hit this pass tile a couple times, which had some coins. I had fire 1. I prioritized the 7 coin actions. Like, I did good on coins this game. And then the cult coins and everything like that came in. I ended with 6 coins left over that I did nothing with. So that sanctuary was easily 2 dig upgrades. That's a really great point. And then I just need to pay for the extra workers and dwellings to go here, which were easily baked into the double dig here. Because basically, yeah, if I use my sanctuary money for upgrading digs, then I need 3 workers and 2 coins here. But I also invested, and it's just 12 points. I think if you built on E3 and they accepted power, you would have gotten on 8 blue. Tunneled? I don't know what you mean by tunneled. I was on 5 blue. I don't think I was anywhere near getting 2 spades. Oh, wait a second. If you build on E3, because you're talking about building a trading post. So if I did that all the turn before, I might have had a chance if I got like a priest to water or something. Yeah. I mean, I see where you're going with that. I definitely think there's a line where yeah. Dwelling and then TP. Yeah. I guess it's another consideration with, although engineers are kind of in the same boat here, sort of, is that round 6 towns aren't always the greatest for cultists. I really like games with cultists where you're not forced to build your structures together, that you can just sort of spam out dwellings to get your economy going and to hit the track and hit the pass tiles. But I mean, I have done 3 towns as cultists in this game for sure. Definitely when you're not color sandwiched. Basically, this seems to be left open for you pretty late, and you can just meander up here and build another town, and so it's all fine. But when there's black in the game, I mean, maybe you get over here, but you have to pay a lot to get a 3rd town. And if you're probably rushing 2 keys, unless you're doing like early cult domination, it's one of those awesome games where you can just like round 6 to 8 pointers, and you're totally fine with that. But if it's a game like this where it's a 2-town game, and one of your towns is probably a little bit earlier to secure 2 keys, then you're really like a 1-town game in a town 6 town round. How do I score on the track? Let's take a look. So I'm in 3rd place here. So quickly, power actions look really good here. I took a priest. This was just me buying a pass tile, which is fine. 2 double spade, 3 coins, and a single spade. That looks really good. Yeah. Wow, look at alchemists. Pretty amazing. I guess that's when you open stronghold into like a temple. Anyhow, points. VP awarded for scoring tiles. So, good. I mean, I got as many as the game winner, and not as many as alchemists or as engineers, which makes sense. Engineers tend to dominate these two because their buildings are so cheap. So, I'd say this is pretty good. This is great, pretty good for Earth 1, Air 1. It's not bad. It's okay. This is sick. Yeah, that's pretty good. So yeah, like if I get another town in the town round, right? Like, because witches got 2 towns in the town round, alchemists got 3, I think, and NG got both. So ignoring the town round bit because I had to do the 2 key thing. I mean, I did pretty well on the track considering I had to sort of, yeah, I had to pull the trigger on a town early to secure 2 keys. VP awarded by founding towns. Yeah, 2 keys and a priest. Yeah, this sucks, and this is connected to the SA decision, right? Like sanctuaries tend to just, I mean, as cultists, you just want to avoid building big stuff. Like it doesn't do anything for you. You want temples on the board because those give you priests. Like sanctuary is like it's a useless building, and it's not a cheap useless building. It's an 8 coin useless building. Cult scoring was good, although I guess witches did kind of annoy me there with that earth situation. That was a good bit annoying. Total VP awarded was pretty good. Still not as much as Bizzle. How much power did I gain through structures? Oh yeah, it's pretty good. And I declined some towards the end. I also probably leached some 2-for-1s that I didn't end up needing. Oh no, I did end up needing it because I ended up taking the double dig. So I don't know if I took any power after the 2 spades. I don't think I would have. All right, so I did efficiently. The rest of the coins were just, I forget how I got the rest of those coins. I guess I probably did over leech in the previous turn because I would have down converted some. Yeah, so there is a little bit too much leech there baked in. But it's hard to know that because if I had even more leech, I would have taken a spade and built another dwelling and stuff like that. So it was probably fine at the time. It just turned out not to really, I didn't need it. And then, yeah, bid down quite a bit. So, yeah, definitely some lessons learned about like better town planning and how to deal with this area. It's an interesting point you make though about upgrading digs, Zitcob, because I've played cultists quite a bit on this map, and I've already found that I've been upgrading digs fairly often with them. Either you have color neighbors and things get hectic, so you want to upgrade digs, or you don't have color neighbors and your economy just is, just gets out of control so quickly that you want to upgrade digs because you have the workers to spare. So I guess a lesson to be learned from this is like just upgrading digs like even more frequently than I'm already doing seems like a good, yeah, good thing to do. Alchemist just destroyed that auction. What do you mean? Like they like won the auction? Like we never should have let Alchemist go for 30 points? Because I'm interested if that's what your thought is on this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They should never start so high. Fair enough. I mean, people like bid Darklings down like crazy on this map because black is just, this is a good map for black. And going in this route, like again, Alchemist and I just didn't get in each other's way, and territory wasn't really our limiting factor. I mean, having a few extra native browns to get on, like having this would have been nice for this at the end, but other than them taking D7, and I guess same, like me taking this from them, but like other than that, like we didn't really get in each other's way this game. So even with brown in the game, I think black can figure out, yeah, good game plans. And sorry, my initial point is that if Darklings are so strong on this map, it's not just because Darklings are a strong faction. Like I think black is just good here. So I think people just aren't really used to playing alchemists in setups that they feel aren't like perfectly designed for them. But I guess there's 3 pass tiles, there's round 6 towns. Yeah, I'm not really sure why. I think witches were hugely overbid here. I think probably witches should have gone in for 30. So I'm interested, Zitgob, what you think the correct bid should be. Because starting VP for chosen faction. So Alchemist went in at 30, NG 17, and it was a decent track for NG, but round 6 towns, like it wasn't amazing for them. So this was probably fair. Maybe cultists should have been bid a few points less, this should have been 30, and this should have been like 24 or something. This one is almost perfect with this track and matchup for alchemists. Is that what you're saying? Trading house into temple, digs, dwelling, trading house, town. Yeah. I guess for me, I'm sort of used to wanting to see, like, I have very like base map centric kind of alchemist views of like wanting to see dwelling, dwelling, big building, round 4 digs, round 5 TPs, round 6 towns, no coins, no coins, you know, that kind of thing. But I mean, obviously the sort of like triple ship dwelling spam early kind of thing isn't a lakes. Like, that's not how you play alchemists on lakes. So I need to reanalyze what an actual alchemist track is. I think this worked well for them. Not having Earth 1, like, they got out some dwellings in the first few rounds, but they kind of built up. I guess they got out a stronghold and maybe a temple pretty early and took some worker actions with their leech, and then they were able to get out quite a few of their dwellings here. And then trading post into like water 1 back trading post this late when all their dwellings are pretty much built, like they can afford now to build up again, but then not trigger their towns until the last round. Which they did, right? Like, they didn't secure A7. They had this little 3-structure town, and this was like temple TP or something, right? They needed an SA, and this was just a dwelling town that they just didn't build the last point. So alchemists are pretty good at that, I find, just like building out TPs without triggering the town stuff, because they have more control over their digs. Like, they can just not dig a hex, whereas most other factions need to like take spades when they have them, and secure them. So yeah, so TP into town. Yeah, it worked really well for them because they hit the track pretty well, right? VP through. Oh, here. Yep. They hit the track really well. I guess 3 of that was towns. So if you look at rounds 1 through 5, they were 22 points versus my 32. That's still pretty good for them. 22 points in the first 5 rounds. Yeah, anyhow, fun game. Wasn't exactly the result I was hoping for, but I definitely made, like, some things broke well for me, and I did some good stuff, and then I did some kind of not so great stuff, and probably overbid cultists to begin with. So I think it's probably, this is a reasonable score, all things considered. So anyhow, awesome. Well, thanks for hanging out in chat, everyone. It was fun to do a stream. I'm not sure when I'll be doing another one. It's possible I'll be jumping on again later today. If not, I'll probably be scheduling a all-player commentary for sometime next week. Took this weekend off, but should be trying to organize one of those for either next Friday or Saturday or something like that. Yeah, thanks, Cog. It was great to have you on here. Yeah, thanks again, everyone. Have a good rest of your Sunday, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you soon. Bye for now.